I'm laughing because the dashiki I'm wearing, which I've had for years, I just never really wear it on video, and the backdrop really makes me feel like I'm in Wakanda. Welcome to May 1st. Welcome, patrons. Those of you who survived and made it this far with the Benjamin Dixon Show in the last 2 years that have been extremely tumultuous and inconsistent in terms of media content creation. Those of you who have made it this far, the most faithful, I've got to find a way to reward you for being sticking with me through all of the ups and downs. But welcome to May. And I just want to say, like, it's good to be, you know, it's been hard, but it's good to be back. It's good to be back just talking to you, even though I haven't started the show back in earnest. We've been talking, and it's been good. It's been great. It's been necessary, and it's been cathartic. And I have a major fight that's coming up. I'm going to, now that I'm back and I've had time to actually study and to do all the things that made my show worthwhile in the first place, I'm going to be wading into the conversation about ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. I've mentioned it. I've actually talked about it in a subtweeting kind of fashion. I've subtweeted about it on Twitter, literally, as well as in previous shows. You can recall over the last couple of years, I've said things like, I don't care if you're black, if what you're doing is a net benefit to white supremacy, you're a tool of white supremacy. I've said that on the show many, many times. And now that I'm no longer with the North Star and I've had time to just really focus in on the issues and not so much focusing on building a business, I'm ready to wade into that conversation. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. Today, I want to talk about something that Joe Biden said that I commented on. And then Barack Obama came out with something today, and Beto O'Rourke, their use of platitudes. And Joe Biden said something that it was so ridiculous that it's worthwhile commenting on and using it as a jump-off point into this conversation. He said that the middle class is not a dollar amount, it's a set of values. Huh? What? It literally is an amount of money in comparison to the overall economy. It's amount of the I guess you can call it the median income. People who are in the median income range. And the reason I say it like that is compared to him, it literally is a dollar amount. Because you cannot live the American dream. And I'm pausing because you know what? Maybe there's something to what he said. Like, it is a platitude, but there's something to what he said which actually reveals even more so how much bullshit what he said was. This is what I mean. If you take the view that being in the middle class is a set of values, then it's a set of values and beliefs that people ascribe to or subscribe to over the last century. And those values really, or beliefs, really constituted the American dream that the average middle class person could get access to, let's say in the 50s and 60s, 70s. Finally, black folks started getting a little piece of it in the 80s. And as soon as black folks started getting a piece of it in the 80s, well, then they shut that shit down, right? And so if he's alluding to the lifestyle that you could have had as a middle-class American at one time, then sure, okay, it's a set of values, it's a set of beliefs, it's a set of it's the American dream. But that's literally why what he said is so much bullshit, because middle class is no longer middle class. The median income in this country is barely something you can survive on, right? You can't buy a home on the median income in this country. You can't send your kids to college without scholarships and without, grants and without staggering student loan debt on the median income in this country. So literally, even if you view the American middle class as being the values of the American dream, right, which is loose, right? I'm making a quantum leap to try to not to give him any credit, but to just see, But anyway, I'm giving them some credit, I guess. But even at that, it's still the complete utter bullshit. What is the median income? About 48,000, I think, in America right now. You can't do anything on 48,000 but survive. Trust me, I know. I made less than that for a long time until recently. Made a lot less than that. So, I mean, you can't, you know, even when I made that, when I was making $48,000 as a single guy, you can't buy a home in this country. And it's literally because the American dream is directly at odds with American capitalism. That's a hell of a tweet. That's a hell of a statement. The American dream is directly at odds with American capitalism. Better yet, let me say it more precisely. American capitalism is directly at odds with the American dream. So that's what makes your boy Joe Biden's statement so much more pernicious, because like he is a baron of capitalism. He's like the protector of capitalism. And so he wants to give us platitudes to make us think that he's actually saying something. And Barack Obama came out and said something about fear. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember it was just a whole bunch of bullshit that he came out with. And I love Barack Obama. I don't care what nobody say. I'm a fanboy of Barack Obama. I know what he did wrong. I know all the shit he did wrong as the American president. But I also know what he said the other day was just bullshit. Like about fear and nothing to fear. And all that. The reason I'm bringing those up in such a dismissive fashion is because I'm so glad that we are past the point in American politics where platitudes are going to do. We don't need your platitudes. We need your policies. We need your plans. Show us the books. What the hell are you going to do for us? We don't need you to say a lot of nice words and get on top of the bar and get on top of the tabletop and say a whole bunch of sweet nothings in our ear. No, we see through the bullshit. It's like a person that's been in a broken relationship, and that previous relationship was built on nothing but good talk game, good, whispering sweet nothings in our ear. And we finally broke free from that relationship, and now we're looking for a new relationship. And you know what? This new person cannot come to us with that same talk game. They can't come to us with those same platitudes. You literally have to have some plans. Which is why Mayor Pete is garbage, which is why Beto is garbage, and which is why I'm leaning so much towards Elizabeth Warren, because she's literally putting plans out there for us to dissect, tear apart, agree with, disagree with, critique, criticize, but she's putting plans out there. And I'm waiting on a few more plans from Bernie Sanders. So that's what it is. Like, we're no longer in a place where we're going to tolerate all of the good sounding rhetoric about being American and about being middle class and about being friggin' whatever. Because we're jaded. This system robs us of everything. It robs us of our hope. You want us to be hopeful in this American system that is designed to rob us of our hope? Get the hell out of here. No. Don't expect us to want to hear anything that you have to say that doesn't expressly, I like Jay-Z. Jay-Z's my favorite rapper, right? I love him. Probably won't say a whole lot of bad things about him. But his line about Nipsey Hussle the other day, about gentrifying your own neighborhood, or even more specifically, this idea when you see Jay-Z and Beyonce, and they say the question like, what's better than one billionaire? Right? And the idea is that you answer with two billionaires. It's a billionaire couple. It's Beyonce and Jay-Z. But really, nah, man. We're not even there no more. That day is come and gone real quick. Sorry. I do feel bad for black billionaires because they didn't get a chance to enjoy that shit like white millionaires did. That sucks, but it's the reality. What's better than one billionaire? No billionaires. That's where we are. That's where we are. We don't need your talk game. We don't need your rhetoric. We don't need your platitudes. We need policies that are going to actually shake shit up and help, at a bare minimum, if they are lucky, help us to restore the middle class and move more people into the middle class. But if they keep playing games with us, it's going to be more along the lines of guillotines and gulags. So they could choose, they could choose their own future. Choose your own destiny. All right, folks, it's May. And thanks for being a patron. I'll see you tomorrow. Studio's coming. I'm just waiting on a new screen. Had to buy a bigger screen. It's coming. And I'm working on an article that may or may not insert me into the conversation about American descendants of slaves, but it's something that I just need to say. So take care.